What's up, world travelers? Eric here with Cards and Comps, both website and YouTube channel, here to create a community that revolves around credit card points, casino comps, in order to travel the world extensively and for less. So if that interests you, stick around. What this channel is about, it's about traveling the world cost effectively and more often. The more money you save for each trip, the more opportunities you have to travel even more. So that's going to be the goal. Along with the whole point of the website and the YouTube channel is to have a community so we can have feedback going back and forth. I'm going to share my personal experiences with trip reports and challenges in order, like spending $500 to get to Hawaii, spending $500 to go to Bahamas, things like that. Of course, and that encompasses the taxes and fees, because usually when you do book free flights, there are taxes that are involved. And when you come back from Bahamas, for example, there's another $100 the tax and fee that's added on that's not covered by credit card points or any other program that I'm aware of. Same thing with cruises. So cruises, when you get a free cruise, there's port charges, administration fees potentially that'll be added to your bill. So it will never be totally free. I know how I got started with this is back in 2016. I realized on one of my cruises that I just gambled a little bit, playing blackjack is what I enjoy. And during that time, I got an offer via email for a free cruise to the Mediterranean. And that just opened my eyes up to opportunities that's available, even with a small amount of gambling, that would allow me to travel the world for next to nothing. So it was just an eye-opening experience. From that point on, I started looking closer into credit card points and all these other deals and digging deeper and deeper. And the farther I got into it, the more excited I got. So it's really just exciting. The big thing, other than the free stuff, it's not just about free stuff. It's about making a community that we can travel more and travel more often. So let's go. My tools of choice. Southwest Companion Pass is probably the number one thing. It's the best value. As long as you're traveling with somebody, it basically effectively makes your cost of your travel go in half. That includes even using points. So it makes your points go twice as far as well, as long as you have a companion that is traveling with you. It takes 135,000 Southwest points in order to achieve the Companion Pass, but you don't have to pay that. You get to keep the 135,000 points and then use those points. There will be a video later on that goes deep into Southwest points, and I've got to re-up mine as well. So you can join along with me doing the correct timing, because really what we want to do is earn that at the beginning of the year. So, and that way you'll get almost 2 years of benefits for just hitting the 135,000 points one time. Stick around for that. Other thing in my toolbox is the Caesars Diamond status. Now that gives me free resorts fees every time you stay at a Caesars property. It's just super valuable, especially you'll get other things in other parts and free rooms available as long as you maintain that status. There used to be ways to do it through credit card status matching. I did earn diamond status this year in 2026. I did that by going to a 10-point multiplier event in Las Vegas and playing some video poker. And I'll do a deep dive on that later on, or a video you pull up. So you can see exactly how I did it and the benefits I've got from it. In addition to the no resort fees, they've offered me 2 trips. Well, I've scheduled 2 trips. They've offered me more, 2 trips. They included airfare on Caesar's chartered flight to Atlantic City and to New Orleans. So I've already done the Atlantic City one. I've got the New Orleans one coming up here pretty soon, and I'm looking forward to it. They pay for everything, the transportation after you get to New Orleans, the hotel, and the trip back. So I'll have a trip report on how that goes. And since I'm diamond status, I don't have to pay any resort fees while I'm there, and it should be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. There'll be more about the diamond status later on as well. Now, the other thing is, when you're in airports, I just looked up recently, New Orleans does have a priority pass lounge in their airport. So the nice thing about that is if you have priority pass, then you get to go to the lounges when you're at the airport. The lounges have free food, free alcoholic drinks, a nice place to rest. Usually there's free Wi-Fi and there's charging ports and usually dedicated bathrooms. Sometimes they have showers and such. So being able to go to travel lounges is really a huge benefit. Now, the Capital One Venture X has been the number one card for doing it. They are changing their rules, so we'll have to come there and reevaluate what is the best travel card for lounge access now. However, it definitely was Venture X. If you have any ideas about that, leave a comment below. I'll definitely read through that and see. But right now, I think Venture X is probably still, there will be links to that on the website where you can use a referral link where you can go through and support this channel and get on board with lounge access through Capital One Venture X. The nice thing about it is there is a big $395 fee, which pretty much pays for itself with all the benefits. I'll have a dedicated video that goes through the whole process and the value proposition for paying that fee each year and what you get for it in return. And so, I think it's a tremendous value. So it's definitely one of my go-to things currently. And then the last thing that's probably the most important thing is the free cruise offers. Now, after you get on the train, so to speak, of getting free cruise offers, you can use status matching to get free cruises from other cruise lines. So you need to get the first one. And if you get any kind of offers from a land-based casino, you get those, you can get referrals through places like Eurocomp. You can do lots of other things. And I got a perfect example where I've cruised on Carnival. I get many free cruise offers there. I was able to show that to Holland America, and you can do the same thing for Princess, and I think you can do it for Royal Caribbean as well. That'll let you give you a free cruise based on that other casino offer. And I've done that for Holland America, and now I have lots of Holland America offers that are unbelievable. Now, most of my offers are for interior rooms instead of balconies, so I don't play at that level, and I don't play as many slot machines. You play lots of slot machines, the casinos will love you. So, however, the house edge for casinos is traditionally pretty high. So you have to keep that in mind if you're trying to do this budget friendly. And I'll tell you what I do to keep track budgets for gambling, how I play blackjack, maybe a special video on just playing blackjack, and we'll go from there. So the philosophy for the channel is not about just getting free stuff. The philosophy is spending more time traveling, spending quality time with your loved ones, doing trips I do trips with my wife, I do trips with my mother, I do trips with my children, and all those things I have opportunities to spend with them, and I treasure the time. So that's really the goal. And the goal of the channel is for us to communicate and to learn from each other. So I'm excited about talking about it. Hope that comes through. And I'm excited to bring you in to the Cards and Comps family. The future, what to expect. So in the future, I'm going to have weekly videos. I'm going to have how to for each thing, like for Southwest, what the best time is for. And if you're time late with these new videos, you'll be able to do the progress at the same time I'm going through and renewing my Southwest Companion Pass, for example, or getting a Capital One card or reevaluating what I use for lounge access. You'll see travel hacks that I've tested, and I'll give reports of past trips and the cost breakdown, exactly what I spent on those trips. Cruise booking walkthroughs, how I've booked these cruises, and a lot of these have got easier. I know when I did the Holland America cruise, the free cruise, I did have to call up somebody and do that manually, but now it looks like it's all online for the free cruises to the casino, just like it is for Carnival, which is very nice. And there's some other options too. Like, I don't know how many of you play My Vegas. However, I've taken not free, but pretty close to free cruises with Norwegian Cruise Lines through My Vegas. And I think that's a good value too. So that's something I'll do a whole video on that in the future, but that's sort of on down the line. My Vegas is a online game that does slot games, and you can do it for free. However, they try to encourage you to spend money, of course. So I try to limit the money that goes in, but try to get the value out. I have gotten thousands, literally thousands of dollars of value out of that, and I'll be happy to share that with you as well. One of the other things I like to do is challenges like travel to Hawaii for $500, travel to New Orleans for $500. Well, I'll be able to do the $500 to New Orleans problem, but that's going to be easy. And I have gone to Hawaii. That did cost more than $500, even with a companion pass flying on Southwest. Oftentimes, I'll book my flight using dollars, so I'll get additional points to maintain my companion pass, and where I may use points for friends and relatives to fly with me. So if that makes sense. In the future, also expect blog posts for each video. When you go to the website, please sign up to the email link that's available there. You'll be part of the family there. I can send out emails to you when new videos are posted, and you can subscribe and you can tell what kind of content that you want to receive, summaries of the videos, and see if you're interested in that particular content, and have an opportunity to participate in surveys and such. So that way we can get feedback from the group and maybe see what the group thinks about a certain concept. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited to get a community that can feedback, and then even maybe have some cruises. I'm looking to travel more and more in the future. Hopefully I'll be traveling full time future, and I can go into that as well. So, and that's it for this video. If you like this content, please hit the like button. I would certainly would appreciate it. It helps the channel a ton. And be sure to subscribe. Well, I'll be doing this content every week, and that way you'll be sure to be notified when there's new videos that are available on all the new subjects. So expect new videos in the coming weeks on Southwest Companion Pass, on the Capital One Venture Card, on Caesars Diamond Rewards, and that's all I've got. So let's travel smarter and have a blast doing it. Thanks, and see you next time.